Hello guys, I got my newest toy in, Canon G20 cam, and I'm going to use it as a third camera for my production studio and give you 3 different angles when we do product reviews and stuff like this. As much as I wanted to open this box yesterday, I haven't, so I'll do it first time in front of the cam. And let's look what's inside. Hopefully the fact that I owned 2 other VIXIA cams will help to give you a better overview of what's happening here. Alright, this is all this warranty cards. This is a set of software that allows you to transfer video from cam to your computer for further editing, and obviously pretty big manual in different languages, and that's what we have inside. The cam itself and a bunch of accessories. Let's pull it out. Well, no real reason why the box is so big, just a little bit more protection and basically air. So let's put cam on the side a little bit. Alright, power supply. Hood for the lenses. This is pretty good actually, because you have to buy your something like this anyways if you making shots outside or in a studio, because protection is my H10 cam. This allows you to have a little bit better shots without reduced glare. And also I would like to look if the same power supply as I had for 4 years before. 8.4 volts, and I think the old one was 7.4, so it looks like it's slightly different voltage, but let's check it out later. Alright, I just double checked. No, it's the same, exactly 8.4, so all power supply is interchangeable since beginning of introduction of VIXIA models. HDMI cable, not big deal. Battery. Well, judging by size, this probably wouldn't last too long, and probably very good idea to buy something bigger if you'd like to shoot outside. In a studio, doesn't matter, but for running on autonomous battery, this is definitely give you a couple hours of shooting range, no more. Okay, this is our remote control, and I hope it's the same as with older model, because that will allow me to start and stop all 3 cameras simultaneously, and we just test it out right on the spot. Plus goes on top. Let's see if I can stop this one. And yes, I can. So the same remote control that works backward compatible for any VIXIA model you might have before. Power cable for power supply, and this audio video cables, USB and audio video cable. That's all. So not big deal. There's also a small thingy which I'm not quite sure what it is, little piece of plastic here. I'll figure it out later. But let's get rid of all these accessories because they're not that interesting. And look on the camera itself. I keep battery and hood. Right. So let me get rid of hood from my H10. 2 cams we have here. You can see that new camera is a little bit bigger than the older brother. In terms of weight, this feels actually lighter than this one. Believe it or not. Oh, no battery. Now it feels heavy. Anyways, without scale, I would say it's very similar for what we have before. One big difference that I expect to have is bigger screen and much higher resolution screen. I can tell you that when you work with a manual mode on my existing H10 cam, it's really hard to make any manual adjustments because the resolution screen is so bad, so it looks like you're in a focus, but when you process your video you see that actually you are not. So I really hope that this cam has much higher resolution display, so when you're trying to make certain manual adjustments, it will show you more real picture and will be no disappointment at the end. Well, I see that battery pretty much dead, so not much we can do here, and maybe I can borrow it from the other model and then we can power it up. The only little problem is the fact that this battery barely holding any charge anymore because it's so old, and so I'm not sure if it have any juice left at all. Okay, usual stuff. Another thing that I think I will like with this cam is the fact that it has a touch screen. With touch screens, usually it's mixed feelings because it gets smudgy pretty fast, and lots of people complain about this, but Canon has a pretty complicated multi-nested menu structure, which is a big problem when you go with older models. So I can't power up right now because I have no power, but you see this little joystick that you need to go back and forth and go and enter, press on it when you would like to enter. This is a big pain. It's the same like using your keyboard only on a PC or Mac, whatever you have. With the touchscreen, it's as close you get to the start getting using mouse, basically, because you can much faster to go to certain functions and you know, I just do random things, but nevertheless you got the idea. So it's much faster to get where you want to with a touchscreen than go with keyboard only, even if you know shortcuts. So that's my point. All right, so unfortunately I don't have anything on it to check out how the screen works. We can do it like this. Well, it's not bad. Well, the major advantage that I would like to point you guys with this cam, we have a manual ring that allows us to adjust focus, and also a couple other things, such as I understand it correctly, I also can adjust by pressing this button on the bottom some white balance and exposure, if I'm not mistaken. So we can make it lighter and darker, things like this. With this cam, you can go in a manual mode. You press this button and shift from focus, like autofocus, to manual, and then you roll this little ring right there. I can tell you this was like biggest pain in the butt. First of all, it's very small, not very convenient location, and I found this is a little bit nuisance. And the additional bonus, as I already mentioned, the screen was a so low resolution that when you try to make manual focus, it's every time big time guessing if you're really in focus or just look like in focus, but really it's not. It's just kind of close. So with this ring, it's so much easier to work with the cam when you're shooting, and I really have big hopes on this, and it was a big selling point for me when I wanted to actually to purchase previous model, which was G10, but price was a little bit high, and so I decided to skip generation. It was good for me too, because this model only retails for $1,000 instead of 1,500 before, so it's $500 drop, while you have, you know, latest cam. It's not big different from G10, so any of you guys who have it, maybe it's not really worth moving out, because the only difference, as I understood, is a slightly different viewfinder, this rubber piece, and also it has 20% better performance in the low light. Other than that, it's like 1-to-1. So if you have a G10, it's not worth $1,000 to go for better low light sensitivity, so to speak. Right. All right, so what else I wanted to say, and I was a big fan of those speakers. You see they're kind of on the side, the same as with older model. So if you have any noise in a show or just somebody walking by when you're shooting this direction, you have more noise from the sides than actual from the object you're filming. So the good idea to have a microphone if you're serious about have a good light, good sound out of your cam. And well, if you want exact features, I suggest you to check online. I'm not a datasheet to read it through right here, but overall, this is a quick unboxing and overview of those two cams. And I'm going to shoot some product reviews right after I do this video, and hopefully we will see how better or worse the product is, and figure out if it was huge difference from my 4 years old cam. And I really hope it is, because technology is supposed to go forward and sensor hopefully works much better. This one a little bit confused on the computer grills. It's just going out of focus all the time, but hopefully this one a little bit more smart. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, guys.